Hello lovers and welcome back to Travel Snacks. So I had the first night in my car. Snack time. Hello lovers and welcome back to Travel Snacks. Okay, so after a week of preparing my car, which there's a lot involved. Like, I'm not even kidding you on this. There's so many things to think about. It's just like living in an apartment, I guess, without furniture. I mean, there's a lot less, but there's just still a lot of things that you have to think about when you're going to be basically living out of your car. I decided that what I was going to do is I was going to get my car prepared, and then I gave myself a deadline, because when you give yourself a deadline, you'll most likely try to get things done more quickly. So I was slightly stressed out, but I was like, okay, I need to get done by Friday because I want to do a first test night sleeping in my car. So I got everything prepared. And then what I decided to do was drive away from where I live. That way, I wouldn't just be in the driveway, because my first thought was I'll just sleep in the driveway. But if I was in my driveway, the temptation to just sneak into the house to go pee in the middle of the night is really great. So I was like, I don't want to give myself an out, like an easy out. So what I decided to do is drive about 30 minutes to another city and stay at like a Walmart parking lot. And then that way, if there was any problems or anything that I encountered, I could just drive back home because it's not too far, but far enough to not cheat. So I got everything ready. I took a nice, good shower, blow dried my hair so that I wasn't in the cold hair situation. And I drove down 30 minutes away. Okay, so first night sleeping in my car. I thought I had it all planned out. Okay, so I was gonna go to the Walmart parking lot and go try to park nearish to an RV or a couple RVs if they were parked there, because usually people won't mess with you if you're kind of near RVs. Well, I get there and there's a gigantic sign saying no sleeping in the parking lot. So I'm like, shoot. I went over to Target and there was a few cop cars over there and it seemed a little sketch, so I didn't go there. So I just drove around for a long time trying to find a spot to park. So basically I ended up just on a residential street, kind of in a street that says no outlet. So, and before I got onto this street, I was driving down a few other streets, and I turned down one street thinking, okay, this would be perfect. And there was a group of people just out there gathering. I'm like, is this a satanic cult? I was like, this is not a good idea. So I went down a few further streets and I found somewhere, and then I went to go turn on this little light that I have, and the batteries are dead. Poor planning on my part. Anyway, I am exhausted. I am ready to climb into bed, and I'm over here worried about if it's going to be too cold, and I'm over here just so hot. So I didn't really prepare for that. So I think I'm going to open the sunroof just a smidge just to get a little cool air, but then it might get too cold. There's a lot to think about when you're sleeping in your car. Good night. Alright, so I put up my shade in the front. Maybe can't see it, but now I'm putting my shade up in the back and it's bugging. In there, dog, bro. It's supposed to go in the grooves and add a little extra darkness in here, but it's not sticking like it did the other night, so I don't know. And then I also have these pull-up shades in my car for the back windows, so it's pretty darked out in here when I'm getting ready to go to bed. My face is so shiny. I did one of those charcoal masks and my face feels so soft, but now it's really shiny. I'm going to bed. So the car was super toasty by the time I parked and put all my shades up and stuff like that. So I crawled in the back seat, and then I realized that I probably should have topped off my air mattress because it was a little bit squishy. But at that point, it was 10:30. I was over it. I was like, well, I'm just gonna have to sleep on a squishy mattress. So basically, the moral of the story is 75% of you that are watching this are not subscribed. So that's a little weird. You're watching me live in my car. So I think the least you could do is just hit the subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell. Then you'll know every time I upload a new video. Also, you might as well just hit that like button. Is to check everything in the daylight before you lay down. But this is exactly why I wanted to do a test night, because if I had just jumped on the road and didn't do my test, then I wouldn't have been prepared. You have to be prepared when you're traveling. One of my podcast episodes, I talk about 7 things you need to be a traveler, and the number one thing is, not to be a spoiler, you should still go listen to my podcast, But the number one thing is patience. You have to give yourself a lot of extra time. I slept pretty well, but even when I'm at home, sometimes I don't have a restful sleep. Before I went to sleep, I checked the weather. It was 55 degrees, but the car was super warm and toasty. I didn't feel the need to turn on the heater at all. I was really warm. I woke up at 1 a.m. and I was like, what in the world? Why am I up so early? And I checked the temperature and it was still around 52 degrees. I went back to sleep. I woke up at 4 a.m. I woke up at 5 a.m. and between the 4 and 5 a.m. it was 50 degrees and it was really cold. But I was tired because I had that broken sleep, and so I had my socks and like this ski mask thing that I could have put on, because the main things that were cold were my feet and my nose. But I was just so tired. You know when sometimes you're just so tired, you just don't want to move and you just don't want to do anything. So I was just being lazy. So I didn't want to put my socks on and my little hoodie thing. So I was just like, I really could have been a little bit more comfortable, but I just decided I wasn't going to go through all that hassle. So I ended up getting a little bit more sleep. I woke up about 6:30ish, jumped in the front seat, drove back to Walmart, went in to go to the bathroom because I really had to go to the bathroom. And I got an oatmeal, and then it was fine. And then I hung out with a friend, and then I went back to my house so that I could grab a few more things, because like I said, there was things that I realized that I would need. My first night, I feel, was a success. I feel that there were some things that I could have done a little differently, but nothing that was detrimental to the trip, so I decided to jump on the road. If you have any car life or living in your car questions, drop it in the comment section below and I will probably end up making a video about it.